Good happy Monday evening. I'm Riley King, and welcome to the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. Let's begin. First up, Newport police investigate death of girl 2 found outside in sub-zero conditions. Let's take a listen to the video from WMUR News 9.
Next to the bottom of the stairway, and I said to myself, I hope that's a doll.
But it wasn't. Instead, it turned out to be a 2.5-year-old girl. Police say that the toddler apparently got out of the house overnight as temperatures were below zero. Rowe says he and his girlfriend were woken up early in the morning.
My girlfriend actually heard a little girl crying about 4 o'clock.
But Rowe says they couldn't see anything, so they went back to bed. Then, around 7 a.m., when his girlfriend went out to start the cars, is when he saw what he was hoping was a doll.
And my girlfriend came out, and she ran out, and she went over and saw that it was actually a child. So she went inside, or banged on the door to alert the parents.
Rose says the mother scooped the child up, wrapped her in a blanket, and called 911. Police say while an autopsy is scheduled for later this afternoon, so far there is nothing suspicious.
Right now, everything appears to be consistent with exposure, but again, the case and the investigation is very much ongoing.
Rowe says he can't imagine what the mother is going through.
It's got to be devastating because I know if it were my child, I would be torn apart.
While they are awaiting those autopsy results, the chief again reiterates that there's nothing suspicious about what they're calling at this point a horrible accident. Reporting live in Newport, Ray Brewer, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. New Hampshire's independent child advocate calls for 104 new DCYF hires. Let's take a listen to the video from WMUR News 9.
New this morning as New Hampshire makes strides to reform its child protection system. A new report from the Office of the Child Advocate says there's still a long way to go. Moira O'Neill has been on the job as the state's independent child advocate for about a year now, is releasing her office's first annual report. In it, she says the state's Division for Children, Youth, and Families, or DCYF, remains overworked and understaffed, and calls for lawmakers to fund another 104 positions at the agency. She also says reforming the residential treatment system for children in New Hampshire is critical, saying there are no assurances that children's needs are being met in residential care or even that they are safe.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Shaw's Supermarket in Portsmouth, 3 others in Massachusetts to close. Shaw's Supermarket in New Hampshire and Massachusetts will be closing in near future, company officials confirmed on Monday. The Woodbury Avenue location in Portsmouth will be closing, though no date has been announced. Like all retails, we're constantly evaluating the performance of our portfolio of stores. Closing an underperforming store is always a tough decision, but we're focused on growing our business by being the favorite local supermarket and running great stores where people love to shop, Shaw's officials said in a statement. That's what will enable us to offer the products and service our customers value most in New Hampshire and everywhere else we operate. 3 locations in Massachusetts, in Leominster, Lynn, and Plymouth will be closing. While the decision to close a store is always difficult, given the impact on employees and customers, it was made only after careful evaluations and was guided by what is best for the company's ongoing success and future growth, officials said in a statement. There are still more than a dozen Shaw's supermarkets open in New Hampshire, including a few near the closing Portsmouth store in Dover, Northampton, and Stratham. Video shows Portsmouth man abusing dog. Let's take a listen to the video from WMUR News 9, Tim Callery.
A Portsmouth man is facing misdemeanor animal cruelty charges after police say he was caught on camera abusing a dog he was taking care of. We do want to warn you, the video may be disturbing. WMUR's Tim Callery has that story tonight from Portsmouth.
Well, this is a very difficult case, even for the Portsmouth Police Department. Tonight, the alleged suspect has been hit with 3 animal cruelty charges. This is the video that led to the arrest of 26-year-old David Dantino. Portsmouth police say Dantino was walking a 3-year-old Australian cattle dog named Knox when someone nearby noticed he appeared to be abusing the dog. That person then took out their phone and started recording.
The footage was forwarded to the Portsmouth Police Department, where we examined it, looked at it, found that there was evidence of crimes.
Sergeant Cuffer Kaltenborn says the video shows Dantino and Knox standing by the road when Dantino jerks the dog back. The force so strong it lifts Knox into the air.
In other incidents, you can actually see Mr. Dantino kick the dog, and the dog actually move from the impact.
The incident happened last month on Ann Avenue. Dantino is not the dog's owner.
Allegedly, he was training the animal to help the animal adjust to traffic conditions. What we reviewed and what we saw on the video was substantially different than that.
Dantino was released on personal recognizance bail. He could not be reached for comment Sunday night. Sergeant Kaltenborn credits the witness for coming forward.
The video footage is very, very disconcerting, and what we would certainly encourage is anyone that sees anything like this to report it.
And Dantino will face arraignment on March 4th in Portsmouth District Court. Reporting in Portsmouth, I'm Tim Callery, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Brady motivated after win sets rematch with Chiefs. Everyone thinks we suck. Let's take a look at the video. Whoops, sorry about that, everyone. Here we go. Okay, and there you go on that video. And now let's take a look at your U.S. stock market and see how your U.S. stock market closed for this Monday evening. And here's a look at your U.S. stock market for this Monday evening. As you see, your Dow Jones Industrial Average closed in the red and went down. Your Nasdaq closed in the red and went down. S&P 500 closed in the red and went down. Gold closed in the green and went up. Oil closed in the red and went down. US 10-year closed in the green and went up. Euro/USD closed in the red and went down. And VIX closed in the green and went up. And that's a look how your stock market closed for this Monday evening. Stocks post back-to-back losses for the first time this year on earnings worries. Stocks fell on Monday as the U.S. corporate earnings season kicked off. Concern over an economic slowdown in China also dampened sentiment to start off the week. Horrific details emerge in Jamin Cross kidnapping. The suspected charged in the kidnapping of a Wisconsin girl, Jamin Cross, and killing her parents in cold blood, confessed to investigators that he targeted the 13-year-old girl after seeing her board her school bus and decided he knew that was the girl he was going to take, according to a criminal complaint. And that does it for the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a great rest of your Monday evening, and I'll see you back here tomorrow with more news. And I'll have a news report coming up in a little bit. Good night, everyone. Bye.